Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Platinum Achievements. As always, my name is Ray, and unfortunately, this week's episode, as you can tell by the title of the video, it's going to be a little bit of a downer. We have two big, not so nice news stories, and one that's not too, one that's good. I'll spoil it right now. The good one is the review of the Xbox Partner preview that they did a few days ago. Some cool games in there. I'll go over that in a bit. As always, let's begin with the trophy and achievement count. Let me pull up the apps. While I'm doing that, if you could, go down, subscribe, leave a like, share with a game-loving friend. Let me know down in the comments any questions you guys have that I can answer in a future video, or your thoughts on any of the topics coming up. Also, if you're feeling saucy, hit that bell. You know what I mean? That way you know when I'm going to post some stuff. Alright, let's look at our trophies. So right now we are sitting at 99 platinums. We're still working on platinum 100. 666 golds, 886 silver, 2109 bronze. The changes, I believe, since last week. Made some very decent progress in Infamous. I'm on my second playthrough. Or Infamous Second Son. I don't want to get confused. Second playthrough, the evil playthrough as I'm deeming it. And the game progress is about 50% done. My main objectives in this game mode are to just complete it at this point. I've already done the, kicking people while they're down trophy. I just got to make it through, make all the bad choices, and get my bad level to 5. And I'm playing it on Expert, which I believe the only changes on Expert are that you deal less damage, and I think you take more damage. I think I read somewhere that that's the only real change, but so far it's really not too bad. I had to change my style up a little. I have to be a little more reserved, a little sneaky compared to when I was playing on normal. And Infamous Second Son, very fun game. I'm glad they gave it away on PS Plus a while ago. And then the other increase would be Spider-Man 2. I did the recently released New Game Plus trophy. And I will admit, I may not have done it super legitimately. I know, I'm a bad boy. But for those that don't know, when the update came out, they accidentally left in like a debug menu. And you could basically start up a New Game Plus and just jump your way to the end of the game, just do the epilogue cutscenes, and you would pop the trophy. Now, normally, I wouldn't do something like that. I don't think. I've never been really... Let me rephrase that. Pre-Sammy, I wouldn't have done something like that. Like, I ran through Miles Morales New Game Plus real quickly. I don't know how long the Spider-Man would have taken, because you can just play it on whatever difficulty. It just needs to be New Game Plus. So pre-Sammy, I probably would have done it. But since Sammy's here, and I'm working on the backlog and everything, it would have taken too much time away just to get a... Admittedly, gratefully, it is a silver. It's not a bronze. I know a lot of games, they just do a bronze trophy. It's a silver, so that's something. But it just would have taken too much time for me. I didn't value a more quote-unquote legitimate gain than just, using something that's already in the game. I've used debug menus before in games that had them. This was just an oversight, and I believe, within a day or so, they patched it out. So, unfortunately, you can't go and do this method. But, I did it because I really did not want to commit the time right now to going back and just redoing the game for one trophy. And am I ashamed of it? Not really. Not really. Cost-benefit analysis. I got my trophy. I saved myself a bunch of time that I could focus on Infamous, for example. So, we're also looking at 675,490 gamer score. I don't believe I really put any time into anything on Xbox. I might change that tonight with a little game called Star Wars Racer. I might start booting that one up. Apparently, it's a pretty easy completion. So, yeah, I've done... really nothing else achievement-wise. So yeah, that's where we stand right now. So seeing as I don't want to replicate game footage, and even though I'm still just playing Infamous Second Son, I decided to mix it up a bit and go a little backwards compatible. So the gameplay you're seeing is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Rockstar games, and that would be Bully. I love Bully so much. Easily. Let me think. Yeah, easily my favorite Rockstar game. I absolutely loved the adventures of Jimmy Hopkins taking over this New England school. So much fun. I completed it on 360. You're watching the I guess technically PS4 footage, and I love this game so much. I love the boarding school aspect and how you take over the different cliques, and the classes are a lot of fun to play through. The town itself is so vibrant with a lot of colorful characters, and I love this game. I can't sing the praises of Bully enough, and I'm really kind of bummed that we're probably not getting a second Bully, even though I believe there was one in development a few years ago. And yeah, have you guys played Bully? Do you like Bully? Again, Bully's my favorite. I'm kind of all over the place this episode. A lot of stuff going on in my head. I got Sammy running around downstairs too. I want to go help Amanda with him. It's actually getting pretty close to his bedtime. But the show must go on. Now, on to the first bit of sadder news. And it's not exactly achievement or trophy related, but it kind of is. And man, I always have phlegm in my throat. I don't get it. Rooster Teeth, the internet gaming entertainment company juggernaut that's been around for 21 years, is shutting down. WB is shutting Rooster Teeth down. It's old news by now, but I want to cover it on the show and just, give my 2 cents and how I'm feeling. At first, I wasn't really too shaken up's a little extreme of a phrase. Like it very much feels weird that this entity that's been around for so long, longer than YouTube, like it's old enough to drink. It's been around for so long. They're gonna shut their doors. And at first I wasn't too, again, shaken up's a bit of an extreme word, but I'll use it because I can't think of anything else. I wasn't too shaken up about it at first because honestly, my relationship, quote unquote relationship with Rooster Teeth was kind of like how I am with my friends, where I have friends, and I don't know if this is just a guy thing. I know Amanda doesn't have this with lady friends, but I don't talk to my friends for a while, and then I check in on them, and it's pretty much like we never stop speaking. And Rooster Teeth felt like that a little bit, except I mean they've changed a lot. There's a lot of unrecognizable faces. Even so much as the last 2 years, a lot of brands like Achievement Hunter kind of shut down, and Achievement Hunter was a big thing for me way back in the day. But they changed a lot. In the article they admit they were not, or in the Hollywood Reporter article, I have it linked below. They report that they just were not profitable for 10 years, and there were probably a lot of financial mistakes made and they've admitted that, I believe, but they just couldn't apparently keep up with the changing internet monetization, and it really sucks. They had so many controversies that really didn't help in the last 5 to 8 years, maybe. A lot of controversies, and it feels weird that we're gonna have an internet soon without Rooster Teeth, and it kind of sucks. I love Red vs. Blue. I loved Achievement Hunter when that was on. At least back when I watched it. I haven't watched them in the better part of like 5 years. I think once Bernie left, that was kind of the last straw for me. When I started to not watch was when Ray left, way back when. And I'm gonna start going back. I'm gonna probably download and archive some of my more favorite videos just to keep them, because we don't know what WB's plan is gonna be for the channels. Like, are they just gonna private it all, or are they gonna keep it up so they can still make money off the ad revenue? It's unclear what they have to do and what they're going to do. Like, do they have to private the channels because they're not a company anymore, so they can't make revenue off of it. I don't know, like, tax implications or just, business practices in general with those kinds of things. Rooster Teeth, I don't even know what office it was. It was the one where they had Achievement Hunter all in that one little side room. I think it's the one where Ray and Gavin, Gavin was already there. I think it was their first office as Achievement Hunter. That was like the golden age for me. That's when I was like young enough where I was like, man, I would love to work with these or be a part of this like 6, 7, 8-man team where you had Ray and Gavin and Michael and Jeff and Jack and unfortunately the other guy that's, part of one of the problems and controversies. But that little office seemed like such a dream job. I always dreamed of they inspired me to create the achievement videos I did way back when. I definitely started because of them, started content creating because of them. And even though I haven't really grown massively or, turned this into a career yet, I'm starting to come back to it because of other inspirations, and I'm just finding my way back to Rooster Teeth and the Achievement Hunter videos, and it's it just sucks that they're going away, even if they are drastically different than what I remember as my prime Rooster Teeth, like, golden age. And I don't really know how to transition out of this. Like, it really sucks. It's kind of, again, I wasn't really affected at first, but earlier today, oh, by the way, I'm recording on Saturday, March 9th. And I'm definitely going to have this up on March 10th. But yeah, earlier today, I was just kind of watching some older videos, and then it just kind of hit me that this stuff could all go away. And I really don't want that. If you're into Achievement Hunter, Rooster Teeth, all that stuff, check out their website too. They're having like some pretty deep sales on a lot of things. The only thing that really sucks is their shipping is awful. Like, I was going to purchase like 5 shirts, maybe 6 or 7 shirts, some stuff for a buddy. The $1 Million Butt game is 10 cents for the game and 10 cents for the pack, for the booster packs. I was going to get I still might do this. I don't really think I should. The shipping, like, all my stuff together, it was a lot of stuff. It was going to be like 40 something bucks. The shipping's like $30. It's crazy. But things like that I think are also like, I don't know the full business aspect, but I remember shipping being a lot of money back in the day too for them. I just don't know who they use for shipping, but it's so expensive to get it out to me out here in Pennsylvania. Maybe that's just a Pennsylvania thing. Man, just honestly, so many memories with Rooster Teeth. I can't even, like, they all flood back to me when I start thinking about it. And I loved that they were like the forefront of achievement guides and videos about achievements. Like when Minecraft came out and they were real into that, they would do, and they kind of started really making Let's Play videos prominent. But I would, there's so many things coming back to me. What was I going to say? The Let's Play videos where they started with Minecraft, and they started by trying to get all the achievements in Minecraft. It was such a cool concept. And it's been done a lot now in different iterations by a lot of people in different ways. But the group dynamic was incredible, and I loved more or less the founders. Like, Red vs. Blue was incredible for me. I still remember my first time ever seeing anything Red vs. Blue related was on the bonus disc of Halo 2, the collector's edition, where they showed a clip, and I thought it was hysterical. And I'm realizing now remembering how much Rooster Teeth as a company kind of formed my humor and my internet preferences and just so many different aspects about myself. And I even told Amanda about it like earlier today, and she's like, wow, you were like really into them, and I was like, yeah, I really was for a while. And I think unfortunately I aged out, and that's not something to be ashamed about. It happens with a lot of different content. Like, sometimes the companies stick to their demographic, and rightfully so. They can't keep changing and hope to attract new people. Like, they have to stick to a certain demographic, and they stuck to the one they did, and I just grew out of it. And I would check back every now and then, and it looked cool for the most part, the videos. And I'm just going to keep rambling if we keep talking about it. But ultimately, Rooster Teeth, you as an entity, I doubt are listening. If anyone from Rooster Teeth stumbles across this video ever, I will miss you. I didn't keep up as much, but I will miss knowing that you are out there having content created. It's a very weird feeling. It's kind of like an internet security blanket for me, I guess. And I have a lot of the Blu-rays. I have a lot of the DVDs for Red vs. Blue. I'm going to start archiving a bunch of the videos that I really enjoyed. And will I ever watch them again? Probably. I'll watch some at some point, but I just want to make sure I don't lose part of what I guess contributed to making me. And that sucks. And I get WB doing this though. Like, they weren't profitable for a decade. They're just bleeding money. The viewership wasn't there. And you can just see that. And it sucks. But it's a culmination of a lot of decisions that were made. Not saying that I can make better decisions. Like, the decisions that they've made along the way were probably the best they thought they were doing at the time. Man, 15 minutes already. All right, wrap it up again. Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, any of the founders, any of the more Golden Age crew, as I would call them. Like, I really appreciate everything you guys did for the internet and for me and my friends, and I will miss you all. I will follow the ones that I really cared about, like a Jeff and Jack and Bernie, Michael, Gavin, Ray, of course, and Gus as well. Just so much. I'm looking forward to the last Red vs. Blue season, because apparently they're still making that, and you can be damn sure I'll be buying that on Blu-ray. But yeah, I will miss Rooster Teeth a lot. I don't really know how to. Well, I guess I do know how to transition to the next topic, because while WB's making sense here, and I don't have the full story for everything else. They are shutting down, or maybe not shutting down. This is according to The Verge. Who's the author? Ash Parrish. Warner Brothers is removing Adult Swim games from console stores and Steam. And I will, also with linking this article by Ash Parrish at The Verge, I will be linking 2 articles, one from True Trophies and one from, or I guess the True Trophies isn't an article, it's just a list. But True Achievements, they have a list of game, man, what am I trying to say? Of Adult Swim games that could be affected by a delisting that's apparently coming. So, it sucks, but Warner Bros. Is also allegedly shutting down Adult Swim games. I saw somewhere where they weren't publishing for a while. And this kind of sucks too. It's a lot of indie games, which kind of blows. But yeah, I'll have the article linked for you. Let's see. Have said that the company has reached out to inform them that their games will soon be removed from digital storefronts. Okay, on PC and console. So they're delisting these games, and that sucks. The rumor is that they're delisting in order to shut down Adult Swim games. Within 60 days, they'll be removed from Steam, and this was March 8th, so yesterday. So you have about 2 months to grab whatever Adult Swim games you can get your little hands on. And I definitely recommend you do, because some of them are really good. Planning to shut down Adult Swim games and is taking the first steps in informing impacted developers. I mean, they've shut down a lot of things. There's 25 games total that'll be removed. One that they're calling out of small radios, big televisions, which doesn't. It could be my kind of game. It's on PlayStation. I don't think it's on Xbox. So I'll link that article as well for more reading material. And that really sucks. I know I saw I think a tweet or maybe a post by another or one of the devs. Some of them were planning to just re-upload their games, and I think WB even said they could, where you can just re-upload the games, but you just got to remove everything associated with Adult Swim games, which is going to be easier said than done. And yeah, it kind of sucks. Some of these games are actually really, really good. I'm gonna pop on over to True Achievements, where they talk about, and I'll link this article specifically, 5 games that could be delisted by Warner Brothers. And I'll read Headlander. It was on Game Pass for a while, and it was such a fun little Metroidvania game. Definitely recommend that. Highly recommend Headlander. There's a game called Rise and Shine, Westorado Double Barreled, Mega Coin Squad. I haven't played any of those. The 2 I have played on this list, Headlander, which I completed on Game Pass. Humble brag. And also the Samurai Jack Battle Through Time game, which I have, which is also a very fun game if you like Samurai Jack. I highly recommend that game. It seems like it's really based off the last season. I finally finished Samurai Jack, I think, last year. And it's a very fun little kind of a hack and slash linear progression kind of game. I definitely recommend the Samurai Jack game and Headlander from the list as far as the Xbox side. Hopping over to the PlayStation side, you have Samurai Jack again, and the EU version. I think some of the PlayStation's a little inflated with like the EU versions. Let's see, Battle Chef Brigade Deluxe. A big one I want to call out is the Rick and Morty virtual reality game. I re-downloaded that one just to make sure I have it. Small Radio, Big Televisions, Rain World, Duck Game, Rise and Shine Again, Headlander, Mega Coin Squad. So, according to True Achievements, there's only 12 games on there. It looks like there's a lot more maybe on PC. Let's see if I can pull up do they have a list of the 25 games? List of 20. Oh, so Steam's a little different. Let's see if I can pop this up. Yeah, Steam games. Okay, so there's also, I'm surprised it's not listed. Maybe it was before Adult Swim Games was a thing. There's a game called Ugly Americans had a game on the 360 that's backwards compatible. I'm curious if that's gonna get delisted, because that game looked pretty cool, and it's only $5, so I might download that one. Yeah, there are some. Okay, yeah, there's some different games on Steam. I will also link the Steam page for you guys down below. Yeah, just get whatever games of these as you can, because it really sucks when these kinds of things happen. I understand business-wise why they happen. Like, wait, Ghost Song is one? Is Ghost Song not on? Now I gotta double check this, because I remember seeing a game called Ghost Song on the Xbox. Ghost Song. Yeah, there's a game called Ghost Song. Oh, it looks a lot of like these games looks like that were published on the PC by Adult Swim. Looks like they might have been published through other means for consoles. So some of the games are going to be safe, which is good. Wait, is Ghost Song on here? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, some of these games are going to be safe for sure. But yeah, just go onto the links down below. Give them a check. See what you're potentially going to be missing, because there are some good games in here, and it like I said, it really sucks overall when these types of things happen, delistings, but they happen all the time. It sucks for sure, but it is an inevitability with us being in this digital focused age of content, be it games or movies. Music feels like it's pretty safe. I just feel like music gets harder and harder to find. But music's pretty safe. But movies and TV, especially the stuff that's like only on Netflix or HBO, things like that, those are the things that I worry about most. And I hate that these things get delisted. I'm absolutely, we all are. We're all part of this problem of the delisting and the digital takeover. I do my best with movies and TV and stuff. It's pricey, not gonna lie, but games I've definitely fallen much more unintentionally, but it just happened, into buying digital. It's so much more convenient. I don't gotta go to GameStop and deal with a GameStop guy. Even though for the most part I like the ones I've dealt with. I used to work at GameStop. My managers were always great. Kenny and Adam. But yeah, WB not in the best of not in the best of news lately, which sucks. Because I used to like WB a lot, and I've understood a lot of the changes that WB Discovery has made, and they suck. And like I said, these are inevitabilities of the age we live in, and unfortunately, things are probably going to get worse before they get better. All right, on to some fun news for a change this episode. The Xbox Partner Preview, March 2024. This is from IGN. I watched it with Sammy the other day. It was like a 30-minute video. I'll link that as well below. Let me actually, I'll make sure. I'll make sure to link the actual video as well as the IGN article if you just want to watch that. Let me do a little search. God, my mouse is so sensitive. Xbox Preview Partner Preview Program, whatever. This should probably give me what I need. Yeah, okay. Can I get it straight off Xbox? Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll have it linked as well. But let us go over. There were a lot of cool games announced. A lot of cool games. Let's see. Yeah, they announced some good stuff. And what wasn't announced, they showed some cool stuff. Let me see. Look, I don't want to go over all of them. I'm gonna go over the stuff that kind of stood out to me. Unknown 9 Awakening looked pretty cool. And I say that and I forget a lot of what it actually looked like. But I'm just going to call out what I remember looking cool and what I was interested in. Some of the things are going to stand out a little more to me. Sammy watched with me. It was pretty fun. I like to watch these types of things with him. His first Xbox E3 showcase, he was asleep because he was a newborn baby. I think he was like a couple weeks old, so I sat in the room with him while he napped in his bassinet in the bed. And I just watched it with like headphones in. It was a pretty fun little bonding thing. And then we watched the ones last year, which were pretty cool. And then I got tattled on by someone that I was watching inappropriate, violent things with Sammy. And I'm like, my guy, chill. I was watching, what was on? Why do I want to, is it Starfield? Yeah, Starfield. Why am I blanking on the name? Yeah, Starfield stuff was on. Not too violent. Sammy was kind of interested, but not really. So yeah, dude, calm down. Sam's my kid. He's good. He can handle a little TV and a little bit of violence. But, yeah, watch it with Sammy. The first game he really popped his head at was Sleight of Hand. Looked pretty cool. Looked like a, no gameplay was really shown of it, I don't believe, but it kind of looked like a Dishonored game where your abilities are like card-based, or maybe cards are your ability, like a noir kind of game. It looks cool from the little cinematic we saw. The really cool game for me was Alters, where it kind of looks like a Fallout Shelter game mixed with like a space exploration game where you are piloting a ship and it's only you, but the ship's a lot bigger. So what you do is you go back and basically create clones of yourself, but the clones have different histories based off the choices you choose to make differently. Like, the one they call out is, like, you tried to work on your marriage differently. I think you went to college. Like, you're basically you and your clones, but the clones have different needs based off the choices that you've retroactively made for the clones. And it looks so interesting, so cool. I cannot wait for that game. Creatures of Ava looked interesting. Looks like a creature gathering, animal saving type game. What else? What else? What else? Sinking City 2 looked pretty cool from that cinematic. Sammy was real into the Monster Jam Showdown because it's monster trucks and he loves trucks and he likes monster trucks. He also kind of popped for that Persona 3 Reload stuff. It's, you know, it's cartoony, it's bright, colorful. Seemed pretty interested in that. And then I believe it was the first Berserker Kazan. Looks like a Souls-like game. I'm really interested in that. I love the Soulsborne franchises. I love Souls-like games in general. A lot of cool stuff shown at that preview. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff being shown. So with those news stories being told, I know there wasn't a lot of, like, I guess, achievement and trophy focused stuff, just kind of stuff around achievements and trophies this video. But those were the big news stories that I really wanted to talk about, you know. So in recap, Rooster Teeth going away really sucks. Love Rooster Teeth. Go check out their store. They're having some great deals on there. Support the people from Rooster Teeth that you have an affinity towards. I know I will. And make sure you back up the content you love from them. WB, shutting down Adult Swim games. Grab the games that you can while you can. Like I said, all this stuff is going to be linked down below in the description. We also talked about the Xbox partner preview games. Also linked down below. Definitely go check those out. Wishlist them. Keep track of them so you don't lose track of some of these great games like Sleight of Hand and The Alters. Now, time to recommend the game of the week. And I'm going to dip into the Adult Swim games. And I'm going to recommend for you guys Headlander. It's a very, I guess it's a fairly easy and straightforward Metroidvania. You'll see the footage on screen. Developed by Double Fine, so you know it's a good game. And I highly recommend. Very colorful, very fun. Good story. Definitely check it out before it goes bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to actually look at the rest of these Adult Swim games, see what I want to, you know, cobble together, make sure I grab before they disappear. Oh, I wonder what's going to go on with the Rooster Teeth games. Are they going to get shut down too? I can see the Rooster Teeth games getting shut down soon. I think they have like maybe 2 or 3 games. 2 Ruby games and then another one. The one Ruby game was pretty good. And then the other one I haven't played yet, but I'll probably pick it up at some point maybe. You know what? It only feels right this week. I have it on one of my lists. The upcoming game to keep an eye out for is the Sandland video game. I don't know much about the manga Sandland. I know it was fairly popular. And unfortunately, the creator of Sandland, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Akira Toriyama passed away this past week. And that really sucks too. His work was also, you know, very defining for me as a child. It got me into anime. I love Dragon Ball Z. I haven't been a huge fan of Super, aside from a couple of the movies. But Dragon Ball Z was such a big part of myself, my friendship with one of my really great friends, Ron. He loved Dragon Ball Z. It was such a formative thing for me. And God, it feels like so many things, so many people, so many entities are just going away. And that sucks, but that's, you know, that's what getting older is. The Sandland game looks like it's a pretty cool open world adventure game. Maybe in the... Oh, man, he also did the character designs for Blue Dragon. I love Blue Dragon. But, yeah, so keep an eye out for the Sandland game. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. You had such an impact on the world. And I think that's all anyone can ever really want. You will be missed. Rest in peace, Rooster Teeth. I hope everyone lands on their feet. And I think that's where I'll end the show this week. Thanks for listening, everybody. Again, subscribe Give the video a like, share it with a game-loving friend, hit the bell if you're feeling saucy, and keep on hunting those achievements and trophies, boys and girls. I'm kind of a little out of it this week with all the news and just a lot of it kind of sinking in right now. But also it's about to be Sam's bedtime, so we got to get him down. Again, thanks for listening. Keep on hunting. Have a good week. Now let's go put Junior down to bed.